right, let's get to our very first, last conversation, not the first, actually. Let's get to talk with a gentleman called Danny Spry, based in Port Harcourt. He joins us from via Zoom. Danny Spry, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning. How are you, sir?
Oh, very well, I'm very well. So for television, we don't use those languages. Total apologies. So, Danny Spry, let's get to the conversation we're having. I know that at the beginning of that video, if we had gone back to what we wanted to really get out, it looks like your style is more like, look, as you come up on stage, this is who I am. So before you start talking at me, let me explain myself to you. Is that how you adopt your presentation? Maybe you walk us through it, since we didn't have the luxury of seeing that video from the very beginning.
Yeah, that's my style. I think you had it right. I don't like picking on people, so I just like talking about myself. And I think comedy is not when you pick on your guests. You have to give them relatable stories. You have to tell them things that are funny to you and to your audience.
So tell us about the uniqueness, this particular, since we don't have the luxury of looking at the entire picture. I know that I have watched you maybe once or twice on the social media performing your thing, and you always go there. What is it that is unique about you, and why do you make it a subject of your jokes?
They call me, to some people, they call me like the most successful handicap because I have one bad arm, and I choose to make a story about it. I choose to make it a selling point in a very, very competitive industry. And you know, this comedy space, every day there are new cats. Every day there are old cats reinventing themselves. Every day there are people trying to stay relevant. So what I did was, okay, Danny Spry, what is going to sell you? What is going to make you stand out? So I choose to tell my own story. I choose to say, okay, I have one bad arm, but it can be an advantage for me. So that's it.
So Danny, let's start from the beginning now. You know, as you said, it's a very competitive industry, and for many, it's a compulsion. So for you, is comedy a calling or a compromise? And you know, perhaps you would also want to tell us, while you reveal that, on whose shoulders you rode, you know, to become the Danny Spry that we know.
Yes, I know comedy is a calling for me. It is. But at the same time, I had to learn the business from some of the comedy giants, some of the comedy greats. And the first person that gave me a platform was world famous Agodai. He was the first person that saw me and said, you're funny. I've never had a comedian crack me up this good. So, and he pointed out some things to me. He told me, tell your stories better this way. This is how you can tell your stories. So there will not be a Danny Spry story without mentioning Agodai somewhere in this business, even if comedy is natural to me. But that man, Francis Agodai, played a huge role.
Well, shout out to Agodai. So let's talk about your name now. It sounds kind of exotic, like something from Hollywood, rather than, you know, that comedian from Port Harcourt. So what's the thing behind the name? Is that your stage name? And if it is, what's your real name? Let's get to know where Danny Spry really is from.
I like this question. I get this question all the time. Okay, my names are Daniel Spry Doibrala Oromoni. So that's my name.
So where's Danny Spry from, really?
Danny Spry is a Nigerian. I'd love to see myself as a Nigerian. I'd love to remove that tag of it's from here.
Okay, but we can hazard a guess anyway. But we like that. I want to be a Nigerian part of you, and you know it's inspiration for many other Nigerians as well. So let's talk about the business side of things now. How are you faring in that space? Are you deploying clubs as well, partnerships, and how challenging is it?
Very challenging. Very challenging. I'm doing my best to not only have fun but also make money, because comedy is a big business. I don't see myself doing this till 60, 70. So at the point, okay, the likes of Alibaba, you don't see them all the time on stage because they've diversified. They have other businesses to sustain them. So what this comedy is to us, or to some of my friends, you're right. What this comedy is to us is, let's give us a face. We use the comedy to get a brand. Then we can do business. You know, people relate to you easily when they think they know you, or when they think that, oh, that's a public figure. We think to an extent, this guy knows if you do this, or this guy knows if you do that. So I think I use the comedy to get a brand, to get a face, and after that,
all right,
other businesses come a little easier.
All right. That is right. Somebody listening to you on TV now, see you all calm and collected. I think you're really calm. You're not that calm. I know you. You're not as calm as you look. But let's take a listen to one of your performances. I will get back to you in just a moment.
God, see head. Now this is where Bible says, stay ahead in life. Oh, boy, we are not saying Port Harcourt men like adultery. Easter Day, hotel full. Now Jesus Lodge, hotel full. Portland Hotel, no room. Osborne La Palm, no room. Who lodge?
Tell us how you pick your jokes. So when you're going on stage, I know we have talked about the business, and we've also talked about your person. Let's talk about your artistry, for instance. I know at the beginning, when I've seen that video, the very beginning part, that's why I'm really interested. I don't know why we couldn't get to that very beginning part, where you take yourself as a subject. So when you come on stage, and this is the audience you're looking at, do you spontaneously create something for the audience you're looking at, or you come prepared ahead to say, okay, I'm going to dump this on you? How does it work for you?
It's 50-50 for me. I prepare 50% materials for whichever event I'm going to, and I give space for spontaneity. I give space to say, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this with the audience. So that's how I prepare. And I always tell myself, whenever you get on stage, please do not speak on anybody. Do not. Your audience are there to enjoy you. Your audience are not there for you to make jest of. Instead, if you make fun of yourself, they'd even love you more. So I'm not that kind of comedian that comes out and say, hey. If you watch that video, there was a part I talked to Godons. That's another person I really respect. He's a big boss to me. Godons, he too, after I go die, spoke some life into me and also helped shape me the way I am today. So basically what this is, how I prepare is 50% from the house and 50% of whatever I see there.
All right, Danny, so how would you assess the Port Harcourt and the South in general, the ecosystem of that region in terms of the commercial viability? Because what we see a lot of creatives, musicians, comedians, actors, fashion designers, at some point they pack their bag and they're headed to Lagos. And that's been quite a big challenge as to the artistry being decentralized outside of Lagos. So if you are to assess that ecosystem, and we're staying with the business of this particular space, what is lacking? What can be done at the artist level, and what can be done at the government level to make it as enterprising as it should be, so that everybody's not heading down to Lagos, Nigeria?
Well, I think 50% of that problem have been solved by social media, or say more than 50%. I don't know how to measure the percentage, but I think there was a time I almost relocated to Lagos. There was a time I thought, okay, I'm done with Port Harcourt. I'm done, let me run. But now I can say I still live in Port Harcourt and still do business all over the country and all over Africa because of social media. And thanks to my brothers, my friends from Benin City, the likes of Edo Pekin, MC Casino, Maliba, Honey P. Social media has given us that leverage. You can stay anywhere in the country now and just be visible. Just be visible on socials. Be visible. Let your brand be visible. People don't really care if you stay in Lagos anymore. So you can stay anywhere. And
Danny, I can't, I can't stop talking about your personality. You are too calm, too collected, too refined. You're speaking all these big grammar, but there's an entire disconnect between who we're talking with now and the performer on stage. Do you get that a lot as well? And, relatedly, let's talk about the art yet again. As we say, country hard. And do you find it difficult to get people to laugh, or it's easy anyway because people need an escape from the hardship in the land?
No. I mean, when I'm with this mic, whenever I'm with the mic, it's always easy for me. It's always easy. With the hardest crowd, it comes easy. Some of my friends call me Lionel Messi of comedy, because comedy is just natural to the boy. So I don't find it hard doing this any day, anytime.
So I'm going to ask you two questions in one. As long as for the records, it's breakfast television, so whatever you have to say has to be good for children to hear, by the way. What is still funny to you? What joke is still funny to you, as it is, that you can tell us? And what is not funny to you?
What is still funny to me now? Wait. Okay, you say it's two questions in one.
Yes.
What is still funny to me?
I'm putting you on the spot. What joke is still funny?
Yes.
Perhaps I'm saying, what joke do you have that, like, look, this joke is still funny, that is good for TV? I must add that line. And what is not funny to you? Maybe in life generally.
Okay. Let me. It's a joke, but it's a real life situation. Every day in life, I just find out that men, we need to take care of ourselves more, because a friend of mine got my attention, or drew my attention to this. He told me that, do you know that we have more grandmothers than grandfathers? I say, how? He said, because men, they struggle. Men, they hustle, and before you know, man don't buy. So, Baba, just try to enjoy your life. Because if a man actually owns a house, the man is being called the landlord, and his wife is being called the landlady. But if a woman owns a house, she's the landlady, and the man landlady husband. So, two men supposed to try to enjoy themselves. And generally, we have too many Mother's Day. We have Catholic Mother's Day, Anglican Mother's Day, plenty Mother's Day, Chinese Mother's Day, and we just only have one Father's Day, just one for us. And every day we celebrate Father's Day, you see the likes of Tonto DK, who dress like man, don't say I'm king. I just give us our one day. Give us more, just whole our one. And you know, women have lots of songs. Women have plenty songs. You hear songs like Nemo, Nemo, Ezebo, Nemo Way, Mama, I too love my mama. They have lots of songs for women. I think they should try and compose songs for us, because the only song I know that was composed for men, I think it was written by a woman. And you hear a song like, my papa no dey o. So
okay, point taking, right?
Well, thank you so much.
I've noted, right?
Yeah, totally. We're totally out of time. Must thank you so much, Danny Spry. Okay, I guess this is where we have to talk to you from. We wish you the very best and continue to do the best you can to keep the flag flying. And call yourself, is it Lionel Messi of comedy?
Of comedy.
Lionel.
So your character is coming out small. Danny Spry joining us from the Garden City of Port Harcourt. Thank you so much for coming on the program, Danny.
God bless you, sir. Thank you. Looking forward to coming back some other time.
All right,
now absolutely. That's a discrimination, Danny. You said God bless you, sir. Not God bless you, ma'am.
God bless you, landlady husband.
God bless you, ma. God bless you, ma.
All right. So, okay. So that is probably for you, and I like creative people.
Yeah.
I've never thought about it before, like landlord, landlady, husband. That's it on the program. Thank you so much for your time and, of course, your usual company. I'm Jeffrey. Sunrise Daily is up on the top. It's at the top of the hour by 9 a.m. Join us again.
Yes, we'll be back again tomorrow with another bumper package. Thank you so much for watching. I am Bukola Koka.
Bye-bye.